Just breaking now, the Daily Wire can confirm that a police report was filed with the Oxford Police Department on this case. That is factual. That is 100% true, and we can now confirm that. And like we said, fellas, it's one thing to threaten to file a police report. It's another thing to refute something, but it's a totally different ballgame once you file the police report. So as we said earlier, somebody's in some deep shit.
This is coming from the father on what he posted when he said, "We have filed police reports with local law enforcement in Oxford and the University of Mississippi campus police. The viral and interstate nature of these fake attacks even led Congressman Hunt's office and the FBI to reach out to our family today." So you're saying that we now have evidence from the Daily Wire here,
yes,
that the police report he's talking about on social media has been filed.
That has been confirmed through the Daily Wire's investigations.
This is going to get messy.
We have an update in the Daddygate situation at Ole Miss that we covered a couple days ago. Now, if you haven't seen our breakdown of what was alleged, and it was alleged, none of it has been confirmed true, and we now have statements from the other side refuting that any of this ever happened. So the way we covered it and the way we started it was making sure that you know and you knew that none of this was confirmed. It was all rumor and innuendo, but it's our job to update you on the things that are going on the internet. So, if you don't know the context of what was alleged, it was that a sorority girl at Ole Miss had hooked up, allegedly, with her boyfriend's father, and it absolutely broke the internet. Now, up until a day and a half ago, we had nothing out on social media from any of the parties. But now, we have an update as they have spoken, and they have refuted all of it. I will start with the boyfriend and what he said, and he also put a picture of himself, right.
He also liked his...
Next to this, and he liked his own tweet, which, look, I mean, do you. He said, "These past couple of days have been extremely difficult for everyone in my life. The unbelievable rumors about my family and Mary Kate are unacceptable and need to be addressed. The accusations are unequivocally false. Also, my faith in my father and our relationship is unwavering. He is wholly innocent and being unfairly slandered with no opportunity to speak on his own behalf prior to these horrendously false statements." We haven't heard anything from the dad
I
yet.
haven't seen anything from the father yet.
If I was the father in the situation, I'd have been the first one that came out and said something. And now we have something from Mary Kate as well, basically, again, saying this is not true. A GoFundMe has been set up to start a foundation for, victims of cyberbullying or cyber hacking.
Well, look, like I said earlier in the week, this was already an incredibly disheartening story just on the surface. But if it turns out that none of this actually happened, then I have a lot of questions just about social media and the role it plays in the virality of the news we report. It's not like it's Tom Brady and Giselle and some rumor gets started, or
these
Kanye
are private
West and Kim Kardashian, right? Like that's more understandable about how some rumor could take off and be the #1 trending story in America. This right here would be a lot scarier if what they're saying is true. And again, this part's alleged too. Like, you can just come out and say, like, none of this happened. We still don't know. I don't know anything more than what I knew before.
Now, I know football tailgating season is still a couple months away, but you still want to whip the grill out. Right here in Nashville, the weather's already getting good enough to grill, and you need to make sure you have some American-sourced quality meat that you're throwing on that grill or in that oven or on that stovetop, however you get down. And that's where our friends over at Good Ranchers, they got you covered. And that over 140,000 family farms in the U.S. have closed down since 2017, which is shocking. Meanwhile, grocery stores are stocking their shelves with mystery meat from who knows where. All right, but hey, at least it's cheap. But look, if you actually care about where your food comes from and what you're putting in your body, it's time to check out GoodRanchers.com. We go with Good Ranchers because, call me crazy, I prefer knowing my dinner wasn't shipped from the other side of the planet or from another planet. And here's the deal. Their meat is born, raised, and harvested right here in the USA. Revolutionary concept, I know. And get this, no antibiotics, no added hormones, and no seed oils, just meat. Imagine that. One ingredient you can actually pronounce without a chemistry degree. These folks are practically showing off when it comes to transparency about where your food is coming from. All their meat is farm to table with zero mysteries, meaning you're supporting American ranchers while serving food that won't make you question your life choices at 3 a.m. You know exactly what I mean. They have the most tender, tasteful, clean protein options, and it is a fantastic product run by fantastic people. And right now, their Spring Action promotion, they actually managed to save you money while providing better, high-quality food. When you sign up, you'll get free bacon, ground beef, seed oil-free chicken nuggets, or wild-caught salmon in every order for a year, plus $25 off with code BOOSTER. So again, if you don't want mystery meat, go to goodranchers.com, use code BOOSTER to get free meat for a year and $25 off your order. Good Ranchers, American meat delivered. So, and I believe it was Ole Miss Muse put this out on X yesterday, was that that Mary Kate's father had come out and said these allegations and rumors are absolutely false and that they have actually contacted the FBI. They mentioned Wesley Hunt's name, and they have a forensic team that is going to find how this basically happened. And Blaine, to the point of if somebody did hack them and make this up, or even hack them and found something and then put it out there, you're in deep shit.
I just feel like there's a difference between cyberbullying and a cyber attack.
Yeah.
Right? It's like a cyber attack. Did someone hack you and just make it look like your name and you said all this stuff? Or did someone just hack you and find out the truth?
Which both could be illegal.
Both could be illegal.
But it doesn't make the story wrong. Is that what you're saying?
Yeah, no, that's exactly what I'm saying. It's just, one, people have to stop using ChatGPT in their statements. It's really easy to tell, and both of them used it. Well, allegedly, I'll say that, but trust me, I use ChatGPT enough. I can tell when you're using something, and trust me, it looks just like
Is this
that.
statement from you, ChatGPT?
I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, you have to get in touch with my lawyer.
Here's what he said verbatim just at the start. By now, some of you know my daughter has been the subject of a totally and categorically false, malicious, organized, and defamatory cyber attack. She has been publicly doxxed, and our family has been forced to take protective measures to ensure her safety. And that's when he gets into talking about reaching out to the FBI, and I have engaged a highly capable forensics data private investigation team to find the perpetrators.
Oh, yeah, look, if they find out, like, you know, I know there's people out there that are like, why would you even cover this story? It's our job, and you have to cover things responsibly, and that's what we did in the video. The first minute is us literally saying this could all be BS. None of this is confirmed. It could be a rumor or whatever, but it was the number one thing trending on the internet, and it's at an SEC school and stuff like that. And you hate to, you know, have to put stuff out there like that, but that doesn't mean that you don't cover it when something goes that viral. And I hope none of this is true. I really hope none of it was true. You use the word disheartening. I think that's the best way to put it. And from a mental health standpoint, you know, if the alleged stuff turns out to be true or whatever, I mean, they've already gone through enough, but there's ways to cover things responsibly and make sure that the audience understands that in no way, shape, or form are you saying this is a fact. And in the media over the past 10 years, that hasn't been done. I mean, you look in political media, sports media, and stuff like that. So the way we covered it, I thought was really responsible. But I'm to the point now where, when does the dad come out and make a statement? Because I'll go back to what I said. If I was the father and I was accused of this, you know, allegedly hooking up with my son's girlfriend, buddy, I would call News 5 instantly and be like, no, this is not true.
You are fake news. Go ahead.
But now that we have statements from the boyfriend, the girl's father, do you expect the boyfriend's father to come out and make
I don't expect anything in there. I don't know what's going on. The next turn and the next move is going to be, you know, completely surprising. You said there were odds going off on whether this statement was going to get made earlier in the week.
It was at 8%
It was like an
on
odds thing.
Polymarket.
But I just want to make one final point, because you brought up, like, hey, people are asking, like, why would we even talk about this story? That gets to the broader societal impact that I really want to touch on this, which is we've put out a bunch of great sports content this weekend, talking about robot umpires in Major League Baseball, talking about college football. College basketball has been incredible this week. And yet we touch on this because this is the #1 trending story in America, which that's our fault, America, that we did this. Some random situation that's happened at an Ole Miss sorority, which I could not care any less about. We made that the #1 trending story in America as a society, but also, you know, at what point are we responsible for things like this? Not us personally, but just social media and as a society that craves this sort of media.
Social media has poisoned us since it started, and it's only going to get worse. I mean, look, I love Elon Musk, but X is probably one of the worst places ever to go to from a toxic standpoint. But, like, are we not allowed to have fun? Can we not have fun? Are we not allowed to do that? Well, I don't know. We can cover what we want to cover.
Well, but it's not just what you cover, it's how you cover it. Like, again, if somebody came out and just acted like this was all the factual and it was just 100% true, and that's irresponsible. But the way you go about it is very, very important. And that's why you saw the opening statement in our videos, and why, you know, again, I probably said the word allegedly more times in an 8-minute span than I have my whole life. I'm against obviously people being cyber bullied and obviously cyber attacked and hacked and this, that, or the other. But if something's the number one trending story in the United States, you're almost burying the lead if you don't talk about it.
I mean, do you know how you beat cyberbullying?
Shutting the computer. It's amazing.
That's what we all need to do. We all need to be Amish.
You did it.
We need to be Amish, like we gave
did
the
it.
advice on him. And also shout out to our legal team for helping us cover
Without a
this.
doubt.
yeah.
Without a doubt. And we're going to continue to cover the story. Is it a hoax? This, that, and the other. Make sure you stay locked in. We appreciate you being here, and hit that subscribe button.